8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 enormous titans, 7 succulent sea bass, 6 super saiyans, 5 golden freezes for some reason, 4 ReZero references, 3 seasons of Snafu, 2 co-hosts for the King of Anime podcast, and the anime Dragon Ball Z. Hey there, 2017. We have finally made it here. We're almost done with this 2010 decade. Let us continue with 2017. Konosuba Season 2. More of the same, more of the wonderful hilariousness that is them. Some of the best gifts that we'll ever see with these faces of these characters. Overall, fantastic show. Interviews with monster girls. This is one where the main character is he's like a teacher, and he's so infatuated with monster girls, like he has always been when he was a kid. Then he grew up and he wanted to like ask questions. I guess for some reason in this universe, girls are the only one that become monsters and not men. But overall, this show was sweet and innocent for the most part. The part that kept me coming back was, of course, Sato Sensei. She was a freaking succubus that basically has to cover herself up because men become attracted to her aphrodisiac effect. And then just hilarious scenes including her taking off like some of her layers so that our main character gets comfortable, and he's just like, I don't know if I can do this. Overall, it's fun. Definitely for those scenes, if nothing else. Descending Stories, Showa Genroku Rikogu Shinji. This is the second season to Rikogo, and the second season, the first season was basically a setup. It was about when the old man was younger and the stories and whatnot. The second season takes place in the present when he's older, and now he's teaching a younger, I guess like a student, about everything. And then we find out the story about him and I guess his adopted daughter that he got from his friend, because his friend, spoiler if you haven't seen it, passed away, and she kind of held resentment towards him for the longest time. I think this season was definitely a nice send-off to the whole series. The whole series was, to me, it was an unexpected journey. I had no intention of watching this show, but the story was so well written and the characters were so well thought out that I enjoyed everything about this season, and it was a perfect send-off and definitely one of the better animes to come out this decade. Definitely check it out. My Hero Academia Season 2. That's right, Season 2. This was going to become a recurring thing. I didn't know it was until Season 2 came out. When Season 2 came out, I definitely said, okay, this show's gonna keep coming back for years to come, and we're gonna have future generations enjoying the hell out of it. Season 2, some highlights. You had the, I guess that one tournament, like some Olympic Games type thing, when they're fighting each other. All the animation was so beautiful and great. Definitely loved it. Check it out. We finally got Attack on Titan Season 2. It only took them 4 years, but we finally got it. And you wanna know what's crazy? Is when Attack on Titan Season 2 came back, they didn't even give like a recap. As much as I love My Hero Academia, it gives recaps, even though it's only been 1 year. Attack on Titan Season 2, it had been 4 years, so I would have understood that if it needed to come back with a recap. And they didn't. They're just like, boom, into Season 2. In Season 2, it kind of touched on things that whenever I was thinking about them in Season 1, Season 2 kind of brought it to fruition, and I was like, whoa, I did not see that coming. So Season 2 is a shocker for sure. For sure. Haven't seen that? Watch the first season, come back to that, definitely check it out. Tsukikakuguri. This is a very underappreciated anime right here. This is an anime that I feel as if it's another one that doesn't really get enough attention, but it's probably one of the better romantic animes I've ever seen. It's about these two kids in middle school. They are very real and a very platonic relationship between a girl and a boy. and you see the relationship and you see how they would react. It's not very like the traditional like anime with all the crazy faces and the animation styles and whatnot, but no, with this one, it seems very real. Like it's very much the way that you would expect two people that are in a new relationship to act. Definitely check this one out for a unique storytelling of a romantic type anime. Kagikakuguri. This is basically a gambling anime on crack. I don't know what else to say other than there's a lot of facial expressions that happen in this anime. It's a school where you can gamble on people and you can own them. It's a very messed up type of anime because they have some games that involve Russian roulette, and there's like a card game thrown in there, and it's funny because everybody in this anime except for the one who's all gung-ho for this cheats. And I love this anime just because of the fact that it's just so weird. I love weird anime, and Kagikakuguri is one of the weirder animes I've ever seen. Classroom of the Elite. This one gets mentioned a lot, and I just want to say flat out, Classroom of the Elite, if it was not for the main character, this show would be absolutely average. Because you have the average Sindura, you have the average plot, you have the characters that are just very average and very tropey. But the main character himself, if it wasn't for him, this show wouldn't be as good as it is. This is another show that needs a second season, and I feel like we're never going to get one. But I would enjoy a second season, especially how this show ends. How this show ends made me want to have a second season so bad. So bad. Unfortunately, we're never going to get that, I don't think. It's been 3 years already. So, enjoy this. New Game Season 2. More the same, except for some characters are moving on and doing their own thing. Fun, exciting, bittersweet. And even they had a couple of scenes in here that made me a little teary-eyed. Stuff that I could definitely relate to. Check it out. Sindura Children, it's funny, but it's weird because it's like all these people are dating each other, which in anime dating is a very forbidden thing. Maybe that's kind of why I like this. You basically see the story of all these different couples taking place at different times. And there's one couple that I like, especially one who's a Sindura who's likes to smoke, and this guy who's very forceful and is just like, they somehow become a couple, and I found that to be really funny. But all the other characters and couples are really good. I think this one for sure, if you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out. We have the 3rd season of Food Wars. More food, more fun stuff. Inuyashiki. This is another anime where I read the manga first before I watched the anime. The manga is so well drawn. Just the detail that this guy drew these freaking characters in is so great. I wish they could have added that same dynamic for the animated version, but they never did. It's very much CGI. And the CGI is not bad, but when you get the quality from the manga that looks like that, and then you see that, you're just like, could have been better. Inuyashiki is about two people that get their bodies turned into robots. And it's not just like traditional robots. It's basically like these things are super fucking powerful. You have an old man. He is Inuyashiki. God, it's so good because he is the old man that uses his power for good. And it's really, really, really awesome just to see an anime for once, do a perspective through an older man. And then you have a kid who's 17 who treats it like a toy. He freaking shoots people with his fingers. He just goes bang, and then they're dead. And it's just insane. And then eventually, these two have to end up fighting at some point. And it's good. I feel like, because me and the rest of my cohorts talked about this anime on a podcast, you can follow the link on C-Tactics channel. But this one is one of those where it was very rushed, I feel like. The ending could have been way better, but that's only because like they pulled the production for the manga, so then they kind of had to create an ending. That's why it feels so weird, like everything's going a certain pace, and then out of nowhere it just goes, we have to solve this problem, and we have to take care of it now. Ending is okay, but it definitely felt very rushed. But definitely check it out. Recovery of an MMO Junkie. This is, if you haven't seen a trend lately, there's a lot of anime, especially around this time, that are starting to focus more around adults. And this show is no exception, where this woman, she was a part of this company, and then she decided to quit and basically become a Twitch streamer. No, kidding. She just wants to play games all day. I don't know where she gets the money from, but maybe she becomes a Twitch streamer. I don't know. And then she finds love from someone else who does it, and he too is also older, and they're both kind of like playing the same game. It's cute. If anything else, it's cute. It's not really an isekai. It's more of a kind of a different type of romantic for introverts, if that makes sense. And that was pretty much all of 2017. If there was any anime that I did not mention, please leave in the comment down below that you think that I would like. See you in the next video.